It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens.
The Ravens.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. He'll come out to the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Got the ball first. You're supposed to score first.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time out of Chubb. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Just not a whole lot of room to to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
56, check 56.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run it again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Wow, what you mean? Oh, yeah, hold on. You might piece out the other one. I don't know what I'm saying.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
7-7, our score after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check, check, lucky. Mike 56.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Watson off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
This just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
York able to send this one through.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a cycle.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
James Prochet.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go play action with Jackson. To Boyle here over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st and 10. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle to Davis. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action maybe.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Watson completes it right side to Cooper. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland 1st.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the draw now with Chubb.
Down inside the 40.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 39, Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
on the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One receiver to the left is Cooper. They'll run for it. Chubb. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Jackson. Look at this. They get the turnover they needed.
Walking around. Look at that bone.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
He messed up. He messed up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Yeah.
Jackson.
He's going to let it fly.
Got him.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well done.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Good game, brother.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
Certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Right now, I'm going to show y'all the play that won me the game. Critical play. I thought the game was over, but my defense stood up like some real dogs, and they came through with the victory on this one. I got to give it to them. Got to give it to them. Right here, this is the play right here. Pivotal play. That's the one right there. They did it all. That's it. I went back, see it again. So you see it start out. I want to see that it hit the ground. Oh, hit the man. I see now. It hit him. Oh, man, that's great. That's a great play. Let's start from the beginning. And it goes back. Great play. That's how I won the game.